Oh my God. Hi. Welcome to the daily. Where am I? Okay. There's so much going on in the news, and I'm juggling way too much in my head. Okay. Welcome to. Welcome to the Black and Orange Tarot and Astrology. I'm here every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because of your kindness. You have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works for you. So, hello. I'm glad you guys like the overlay. I really like this a lot. So, kind of an expression of really. So anyway, Deb, I have 12 questions, but that might come up. And if not, I'll be right back here tomorrow. It's not time sensitive, so but it could. I mean, only in that it could wait till tomorrow in theory. But yeah, John Fugelsang this morning he had one of his little short comedy things on Stephanie Miller this morning, with the ones where he walks around Central Park talking, and Fugelsang called Steve Bannon a lot of things, but I think my favorite was Pigpen the Hut. Yeah, I think that was the best. I'm getting a low internet warning. You can't see it. Why am I pointing to it? But I'm getting right there. It's showing on my screen a little low internet warning. So the image might glitch, but hopefully you'll still be able to hear me. And hopefully that'll fix itself. Good grief. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we're going to dive in because holy buckets is there news. I'm not even going to do it today's episode, to be honest. It's here, but I'm not even going to do it because we're going to just dive in with both feet. There's going to be one thing after another. Lindsey Graham, that rancid mint julep. We're having some weird situations where some of the Republicans are very much doing a broken clock is right twice a day. Even Tucker Carlson was saying some things, and it was like, I agree. But anyway, yes, Pigpen the Hut. Yes, that's what John Fugelsang called Stevie Three Shirts, Steve Bannon. Okay, so apparently, President Blunderdum, is frustrated with Putin, who's making him look bad. But and so Trump is talking about sending Patriot missiles to Ukraine via NATO. Did anybody here start, like, did any of them start like getting a brain transplant? Okay. Good. And he said that if Putin doesn't make a deal within 50 days, 50, that he's going to impose secondary sanctions on Russia. He says he talks to Putin, he has lovely conversations, and then the bombs rain down on Ukraine. And okay, good. Maybe not so well. Good, not good. Okay, this is where it starts getting little, oh boy. Because this wouldn't just be an executive order kind of thing. This could potentially come through Congress, because Lindsey Graham, that rancid mint julep, Lindsey Graham has been talking about this kind of thing for a long time. He's been pushing tighter sanctions, bigger sanctions on Russia, etc. Again, stop clocks, broken clocks, right, twice a day. And it's just eerie. But this is where it gets a little weird. The Lindsey Graham bill is getting some traction in Congress. And Trump is talking about possibly signing it if a deal isn't reached with Russia within 50 days. It would, okay, the Lindsey Graham, Trump said 100% tariffs, but the Lindsey Graham bill could impose up to 500% tariffs on any country buying oil or whatnot from Russia, buying stuff from Russia. If you buy from Russia, we are going to put, Trump said 100, the bill as it is would, you could, and Lindsey said it's there on purpose so the president can dial that amount up or down. But up to 500% tariffs. Small problem. That includes China. So, where to start? There's the bill. Okay, there's will Putin make a deal? There's Lindsey Graham's bill and tariffs, and then there's what between 100 and 500% tariffs against China would do to our economy, considering prices have spiked already. Smart Holy says, what about the banking ability Trump just restored to Putin? Oh, I didn't know about that. Whew. Okay, I'm in. This is crazy town. Okay. Let's try a deal. Okay, let me copy that and move that up here. And at 8 minutes in. So is Putin going to make a deal about Ukraine within 50 days? Considering even Wall Street is calling Trump taco? Yeah. Well, Silver says the pivoting is weird. I know, right? Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm using the steampunk tarot today. And the nails are kind of wild. Partial and scrolls and anyway. Trump's running his mouth, 2 of Wands. Communication. Every time there's been some hope, the star, that bright light in the sky turns out to be an incoming missile tower. There's the world. Oh, everybody but Putin wants to put an end to this, but he's the one who started it anyway. They are turning off, the reports I've heard about, in Russia, they're turning the internet and electricity off at 10 p.m. in Russia to save electricity, but they're also saying it's to increase the birth rate. Anyway, so you think, okay, an ending, end of book, end the world coming together saying stop. Chariot, big show of fours, sleepless nights with swords hanging above. Yeah, don't hold your breath, Dumpy. You think Putin's going to take Trump seriously? Yeah. Wow. So, yeah, I'm not holding my breath on that one. So, at 10:40, good buddy, we have the Lindsey Graham bill. I'd have to see what's in it, but stopping this war in Ukraine would be a very, very good thing for everybody. Coral says, so 50 days. Oh, the naivete from Felon. Yes. Lindsey. Rancid mint julep that he is. A day late and $1 short. It depends what's in it. Right now, okay, there's the moon, there's the chaos, the sun. So shedding light on what's going on in Ukraine, because people haven't been talking about it as much in general. Temperance is in the middle, and that's the goal. 4 of Cups, though, that's a refusal. But it does end in strength, major arcana strength. So there could be maybe some things some Democrats wanted to add, or but there is strength here. And that strength card feels good. So there might have to be some changes. Thank you, Liz. Eight of Cups, leaving something unfinished. Well, yeah, Republicans, yeah, and Trump, they've left Ukraine hanging. For communication, MAGA burden, 3 of Swords. The end cards feel good, but the middle cards, there's a big hiccup there. There's a big problem with MAGA. Problem with Republicans turning down either humanitarian or democratic type things. So I've got problems here, but that's strength in the refusal. No, they don't feel connected. Six of Cups. Russia wouldn't have attacked them if they hadn't gotten rid of their nuclear weapons, and they did that with assurances from other countries, including the U.S., that we'd come to their aid. See, King of Cups, Hermit. Zelensky's been very isolated, but there's positive. There's a positive here. It just there's something between. That's what I'm getting. So at 15 minutes in, then will Trump do the crazy high Tariffs. I can't spell to save my life. Okay. Raymond says actions prove who someone is. Words just prove they want to be. Yeah. So is Trump going to put on these crazy high tariffs on like China and India, where a lot of our pharmaceuticals come from, and China, where a lot of our everything comes from. Yeah, Coral. Yeah, Tucker Carlson said Bondi made up a bunch of ludicrous Epstein file stuff. Yeah, it was very strange to agree with Lindsey Graham about anything. So, because crazy high tariffs, we end up ultimately paying for, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Full lovers. No, full 10 of Cups. Three of Wands. All right, waiting to see what happens. King of Swords. Moon. Knight of Swords. These aren't this. Like, that's not Trump. That's not Trump. The Fool. That is Trump. 10 of Cups. So these are the people watching that chaos. So what is he going to do? There's a 10 of Cups. If it was 9 of Cups, it would be about the physical stuff, but this is specifically about happy families. Yeah. It's going to take time. He's putting it off by 50 days, 50. Why 50? You know what? Did he say that? Did he say that today or yesterday? When is 50 days? Phase? No, days from now. Tuesday, September 2nd. Okay, so if he said it yesterday, then he's giving Putin until September 1st. Hanged Man, Magician. This is using resources. King of Pentacles. Is it possible that this will actually happen? Yes. With Congress's blessing, depends on what's in the bill. But the less he's involved, the better. I know that's in general. The less he's involved in anything, the better. But so I guess the next question has to be about the economy. This fall, 19. Yes. Autumn economy, question mark. And this is a forget what he said by tomorrow. I can't say, oh, that would never happen. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. It's funny that I really wanted to do this deck today. The Seven of Pentacles in this deck it's kind of hard to see, but he's holding a pen and some paper, and it's like he's counting fruits of labor, but he's counting what's here. He's looking it over. So I think of this as being like when I go down into the basement to the shelves I have down there where I keep non-perishable stuff. And it's okay, what do I have? What do I have enough? This is kind of stocking up kind of thing. Of King of Swords, strength. Well, sword, strength, Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Moon. Mixed bag. And I mean, highs, lows, mixed bag. If you the economy, this. See, right in the center, I've got charity, and that's a worry. There are websites you can search that can tell you, you put in your zip code and they can tell you where the nearest food banks are around you. And it's kind of scary how few there are, and people I know who have needed that kind of help, but they just can't find it. Or it's at a local church and that the people there are just being about as unchristian and mean as you can imagine. So, Six of Swords, this is your imports, exports, and then Moon. There is a lot of tumult, but we know that just from the astrology over the next couple of years, but especially this summer, next spring, and then in 2027. But tumult. But seriously, just maybe look for some new recipes so you can make more variety out of basics. Just a thought. ChatGPT can help you. Just so you know, you can go talk to ChatGPT for free, and you can say, okay, this is what I have in my refrigerator. And sometimes you can even take a photograph and it'll like figure out, oh, those are cucumbers, or those are, whatever. Oh, you have some mustard, it can be useful. So, whew. Old Silver says, yes, they should be on neutral spots, not get badgered about your soul. Well, the one in particular that I heard about anecdotally was they weren't just trying to convert you. It was you had to prove that you needed the help, and you had to it was almost like disapproval that you were even there. That's one of the problems you get. I'm not saying that this person was dealing with that, but that is one of the side effects that happens when you believe in the prosperity gospel. Yeah. Okay, so Jennifer says most food banks are only open weekday mid-mornings, which makes it difficult for the working poor to get to. Yes. Old Silver says shamed. Yes. Yep. Okay, so but there's more craziness going on. I'm going to start. All right, I'm going to move this one question up because I have a little clip. I can't run the audio, but I'm going to run the video with some captions. I'm going to explain to you what's happening in this video clip. And this, for those of you who didn't watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I know there's some of you who didn't, okay, you don't have to have watched it. And this might be a spoiler, but the show's been out for 20 years. It ended like 20 years ago or something. Okay. So let me just a moment there. And at 25 minutes in, where is it? There it is. At 25 minutes in, Cindy Poole was asking, will MAGA finally put it together that Felon 47 is named / involved in the Epstein files? Here we go. Was it season 5 of Buffy? I can't remember which season it was, but there was a scene where Spike, who's a vampire, so he's immune to some of the magic, he is trying to explain to the humans, to the others, that a man named Ben, yes, Ben is Glory, turns into a woman named Glory, that they are two beings that are actually trying to share one body, and they switch back and forth. But there's some magic that Glory does so that anybody who sees it happening instantly forgets it. So this is for Buffy fans, this is a famous scene. Ben is Glory, Glory is Ben. Because is everyone here very stoned? Ben, Glory, he's a doctor, she's the Beast. Two entirely separate entities sharing one body. It's like a sitcom. Surely you remember. So you're saying Ben and Glory have a connection? Well, yes, but what kind? Oh, so Ben is Glory, Glory is Ben. Trump is Ben is Glory, Glory is Ben. Trump was best friends with Epstein for 25 years. They spent huge amounts of time together. He was on Epstein's plane multiple times, and Epstein may have been on his plane multiple times. And you say this to the MAGA faithful, you say this to a lot of Republicans, and they're like, so the Clintons were on with Epstein. No. No. Hang on, put this back up. No. Trump was best friends with Epstein and never lived more than 10 minutes away from him, both in New York and in Florida. And Jeffrey Epstein got this massive mansion for $1. Vijay says, yes, but Donnie never did anything wrong. Okay. So you're saying the Clintons? No. Ben is Glory. Glory is Ben. Trump and Epstein were best friends for 25. Oh, God. And so now that Trump is having Bondi, who does anything Trump wants, having Bondi say there's no list taking part in what is potentially a cover-up, considering she's the one who got Epstein that sweetheart deal in Florida to begin with. Talk about somebody who panders to the worst scum of the earth. And is finally starting, maybe a little, starting to, he's taking part in the cover-up? No. Well, but what other explanation? But, and then Trump's just like, no. The Clintons, Obama came up with the paperwork. There's glory, but they have nothing to do with it. Trump and Epstein, nothing to do with each other. Don't look too closely. Will MAGA finally put it together that Felon 47 is named / involved in the Epstein files? ? But so you're saying there's a connection? Yes, huge. Klaxons, red lights, flashing. But I wonder what it is. Temperance. Yes, stop talking. Deb's saying, stop talking about Epstein, says Trump. Yes, temperance. Temperance. What? 7 of Pentacles, fruits of labor. There's 8 of Wands. There's stories. There's there in cases like Epstein's, we very much do need to protect the victims. However, that does not mean that people who were not the victims, who are doing anything involved, should also get off the hook. And that is the problem. It's right there. It's been there for years. There's the Magician. There's a Death card. And on the defensive, Trump's trying to deflect. Put the resources over here. Distract. Deflect. This is all these things that happened. All those wands. Categorized. In evidence. It's all there. And Trump thinking he can still control the narrative. But there's a big death card right there of a lot of MAGA beliefs, the conspiracies, and then those people feeling defensive because they fell for this. Danielle says, I tried explaining that one time to a MAGA. They kept saying, he barely knows the guy. I know. Ben is glory. Glory is Ben. It's like I said, in nerd world, it's a fairly famous scene just because it's very it comes in useful every once in a while. So if you know somebody who has ever liked Buffy, the TV show, and you run into somebody like this, you just look at them and say, Ben is glory. And they're like, I know, right? So okay, but there's a death card in there. This is big. This is very big. We've seen them sweep so much under the rug, but for some reason, probably because even the Tea Party was built on these conspiracy theories, let alone MAGA. And this undercuts it hugely. And Trump is not being able to deflect. So, okay. Let's do this. Okay, we'll do this one first about a bill being introduced to get the information. And then we need to talk about Ghoul-aine. Oh, what a quinky dink. We'll get there at 3435 from Cosmic Goat Lady. Oh, Ms. Gibson, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cosmic Goat Lady saying that Khanna is planning on introducing a bill tomorrow that would force a vote demanding a full, unredacted release of the Epstein files to the public. Will it happen? Now, they can try to say, well, yes, but the victims, okay? But what about all the rest of it? And who gets to redact it? Pam Bondi? Please. So, but he's, Ro Khanna is planning on introducing a bill tomorrow that would force a vote demanding a full, unredacted release of the Epstein files to the public. If they're not even necessarily expecting it to pass, but the fact is if they can force a vote, then any Republican who says no really, you have them on record. Heather says, yes, get the votes on record of who is covering for this. Yep. Old Silver says, looks guilty. Yep. Yeah, Trump is, he's going to blunder his way through this. Oh, Amy, the Ghislaine trial is over? Oh, contraire. We'll get to that in a minute. Fool. Trump's not, President Blunderdum is not handling this well. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. There's a Sun. High Priestess, Secrets, Two of Swords. Okay, wow. All right. I don't mean to be. I don't want to be crude, but sometimes when I'm doing readings, wands are symbolic. I do readings on this kind of stuff. And the King of Wands and Queen of Wands together, that's Epstein and Ghoul-aine. So this is the mess. Trying to shine a very, very bright light on it to dispel all the dark corners where the cretins could hide. Or keep it secret, the High Priestess. And that's a vote. Two of Swords. That is my voter card. So you have to vote. And you can try to say, well, I'm going to say no because it shouldn't be unredacted. And because we have to protect the victims. They can try. But is that going to work? King of Pentacles. There are your Republicans. Actually, there's the chaos card. Again, that Sun card keeps coming up. And for once, it's not racism. Yay! I'm so happy when my cards revert back to actual cards and not just shorthand for the grossness of the dumpster fire administration. It ends in strength. I wonder if more Republicans would vote for this than not. Amy Jones will say they will say it's because there's an ongoing trial. Well, I'm gonna get 3 more cards on this, and then we're gonna talk about that because Amanda says if this is their line in the sand, I'll take it. You would hope. So can you imagine how much Speaker Mikey, the heretic, does not want this to happen? And with the margins, Where was it? Up here? There was, oh, I'm sorry, where was it? There was a question. Oh, Heather was asking how many Republican voters would be required? Not many. That's a fact, not many. Because the margins are so tight. 5 of Wands, the right trying to stir things up. 6 of Wands, far right victory. Temperance. Ooh. MAGA's had control, has had sway. And the Republicans going along with it, but there's a big old temperance card. They've crossed a line. I think they would throw up every possible legal block. But, man, the whole turn, the whole pivot happening over this issue is just glorious to behold. And the thing is that a lot of this is that these outer planets, astrologically, all these other outer planets are now aspecting each other. Then they all just change signs. And now, come this fall, a lot of them they're gonna retrograde back into the previous signs. So at different rates. So what the cohesion we have now might dissipate for a while this fall. But next spring, it happens again. Everything comes forward and and so things happening now, even if they get dissipated for a while, this energy will be back early next year, winter, spring. Okay, I'm surprised, but I'll take it. Please, let's do that. Okay, but this is crazy making. If you're drinking something, you might want to put it down. If you have any sharp objects around you, you might just want to push those away. At 42:30, Ghislaine Maxwell, as I call her, the Ghoul, Maxwell appealed to the Supreme Court twice when Biden was president. Right? She wants to be let out, or she wants better placement or treatment or whatever. Right? And with the DOJ saying there's no list, there's no client list, well, what is she in trouble for? But anyway, even before that, Ghoul-aine appealed to the Supreme Court twice under Biden, right? And the Supreme Court said, no, take several seats. Okay, as you would expect. She's been convicted, so she appealed again. Then she appealed, her first appeal this year was on January 21st. The day after Trump took office, and the Supreme Court has agreed to hear the case. And don't forget Trump wishing her well from the White House press. Was it the actual press briefing? I have an H on my back. I just knocked my pen over, and I'm going to use this because I have a little H in the middle of my back. Yeah, Lewis, yeah. Fred says, what a coincidence. Yes, Lewis has, looks like 5 angry emojis, and I agree. Beth says, this makes my stomach hurt. Yes. As the kimchi turns. Well, it's been a minute. The Supreme Court keeps digging their own graves. Yeah, well, they're not helping. So Pam Bondi's DOJ has until today to respond to the Supreme Court for Ghislaine Maxwell's appeal. Maxwell appealed last year to the Supreme Court twice under Biden, but was denied an audience. Her first appeal this year was on January 21st, the day after Trump took office, and the Supreme Court agreed to hear the case. Here's the thing, if you're wondering, well, we'll get to that. Four of Pentacles, day late and $1 short. But she has friends in high places. Strength card behind that. Three of Swords. Look, I don't think that prisoners can be tortured. It's the same reason I have real problem with the death penalty. It's because there can be mistakes. And so you don't want innocent people being tortured when they're in prison or whatever else. But I don't know, it's just not breaking my heart that she doesn't like the conditions of her prison cell. You know what, those girls, all of those girls, they had torture. You have mild inconvenience. 9 of Wands. Oh, feeling all beaten up. 8 of Swords. Yeah, look what you did to those girls. Look what you did to those girls. And traditionally, this 8 of Swords, the woman could technically walk away. Well, those girls could have walked away. No. 6 of Swords. This is 6 of Swords. This is going. This is carrying your, could be legal stuff and movement. Hanged Man. And this is usually a suspension, but which kind of suspension is this? Because are they going to say, you know what, we're not listening to this anymore? Or are they going to, because I've been getting cards on her that at some point she's going to be in a nicer facility or something. Valerie, I like that. Valerie from Sage of the Scales Tarot is in the chat. I'm so sorry. I do follow Valerie at Sage of the Scales Tarot. Because your list is on my list. Wow. Oh, don't touch it. Supreme Court, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Oh, third rail. Third giant electric thing. Don't touch it. The card for the reading is secrets. Big, nasty, gnarly secrets. The first card is the Death card. The second card is the Fool card. And then the Two of Cups. This partnership, this is more like helping the victims. And President Blunderdum, full right in the middle, but it starts here with the Death card. And she got the Hangman the last time. Take that as you will. We really do not want anything to happen to her. We do not want anything. He says, woo, touch it. Whew. Somehow she's I just keep getting the strong feeling she's gonna get some kind of sweetheart something. King of Pentacles. Lots of people, men specifically, who it's very frustrating. I know I'm not finishing my sentences, but sometimes in these kind of readings, it's probably better that I don't say some certain things. Chariot, that's a big showy thing. Three of Pentacles, there's the plan. And there's a big old Temperance card. Oh, okay. One more thing on this topic, and then I want to see if I can grab at least one or two questions from other things that have come up. But at 50:35, Barbara's wondering what will happen to Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew when the Epstein list is released, because they're on it. Will they go to jail? No. And I don't know that. Look, I have no deep love of Clinton. Trust me. Prince Andrew. No. The UK. It would have to be in the UK, and there would have to be really scary levels of evidence. But no, I mean, if Clinton did have anything to do with it, yeah. But Veronica says statute of limitations and money. Yeah. Yeah, idiots. Three of Cups. Oh, the party. I'm so sorry. I hit the microphone. Three of Wands. Waiting for their ship to come in. Knight of Swords. Law enforcement. But this is all minor arcana. Except for the Fool. I'm not going to get my hopes up. I just want people to be held accountable for what they did to those girls. End of. I don't care if they were on the left or the right or whatever. Like I said, I have no inherent love for Clinton. And Prince Andrew, guys, please. Spoiled. Oh, I have nasty things to say about Prince Andrew. Oh, there's definitely more than one copy. Deborah is asking, do you think there's more than one copy of the list and videos and stuff? Oh, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Judgment out in the cold. Ace of Pentacles, but they have money. Nine of Wands, feeling beaten up. 10 of Wands, burdened. But this isn't prison. Hello, sweetness. How are you? How are you doing? He's a Bailey Boo. How are you doing, Bailey Boo? Just passing through. Just woke up from his nap. Oh boy. I don't know about those two in particular, but I want every one of the men involved. I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. Anyway. Okay. But on to other topics. They don't seem as important, but in his upcoming state visit to the UK, Parliament is denying Trump the invitation to speak there. They previously welcomed Obama and Macron, but the Parliament of the UK is denying Trump the invitation to speak to Parliament. Rule Britannia. Whoo, boy. Oh my gosh. Always had a soft spot for the UK. I mean, I did marry an Englishman, so back in the day. Temperance. Yes. You can take your stink elsewhere. Coral says, what was it King George sang? You'll be back. Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, they don't want to give him a platform for all this hatred and cruelty. And let me tell you, with this whole mess coming up about the Epstein files and them not releasing after all these promises, they also do you want to risk being in a photograph with him? So yep, coming up with all kind of parliamentary whatever. No, we can't because of rule number of 863,922 subsection F for felon. Eight of Wands. Yeah, Trump's gonna be mad, but oh well. Sucks to be you because you suck, Trump. Okay. Okay. Let me have a quick look here. Oh, okay. This is the I wanted to make sure we got to this today. Oh, she's back. 57 minutes in. Guess who? Annabelle. She's back. Yes, she is. They've taken her on another little tour. Miss Annabelle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they took her out of her little, or I guess they took her out of her little box. They said, don't do it. Don't do it. The Warrens, before they died, said, don't open the box. Don't move the box. Just have the priest come in and bless things and leave it alone. But the new owner is like, ooh, money. So Miss Annabelle is back on her grand tour. Over the weekend, they took her to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. They did it. Yes, they did. And the state's entire 911 system promptly went down. Yeah. Doesn't normally happen. No. But suddenly all of these people who were in any danger or trouble couldn't call 911. Amanda says, yes, I'm in Pennsylvania, and 911 went down. Yes. What a coinky dink. Take your little box, take your little doll, put her in her little box, put her back where you found her, and leave her there. Low vibration entities, whatever they are, even if it's a thought form, low vibration entities feed on low vibrations. And you took her to Gettysburg. How many people died? So there was all the, okay. Valerie says, never too late for a girl to get her groove on. Oh, this is interesting. Mare says, but it's not the real Annabelle. Oh, I hadn't heard anyone talking about that. Whew. Innocent Potato says, July 1st to the 3rd was the 162nd anniversary of the Battle of Gettysburg. 53,000 soldiers died in 3 days. Thank you for the details. Kelly says Gettysburg is notoriously haunted. Well, yeah. So any kind of entity, even if it's a thought form, or let alone something that has even more coherence, if it's low vibration, it feeds on lower vibrations. Nettie, I really couldn't do it justice. Anyway, I don't want to spend too long in this energy. Ten of Cups. Happy families. Home. Take her home. And the thing is, even if it wasn't, Annabelle's a doll, a haunted doll. Some people say it contains at least one nasty entity. That's the upshot. The thing is it doesn't have to be one physical thing, because it's not a physical entity. It might be linked to one or the other, but as the more people know about it, the more people think about it, the more people talk about it, and not just like one-off like this, but it just gives energy to that thought form, to that conglomeration, that mass of energy. And taking it to Gettysburg, no. It's negative energy, yes, Old Silver. As Kimchi Turn says, no offense, but lots of bad things happen every day. Blaming it on a doll is just silly. I'm just, there are all kinds of coincidences when it comes to Annabelle, whatever form. Yeah. It's interesting. That's all. Right here. Lynette. Hey, Lynette. Says it's Ryan from Paranormal State. He's a known scammer. Well, there's that. Mrs. Give her a recharge. Yeah. Lewis says Chucky says she's overrated. Whew. Justice. Four of Cups. There's a refusal. Six of Wands. Victory. Two of Pentacles. Very shaky ground. Seven of Wands on the defensive. Well, I guess this guy's making money. But I mean, if you go anywhere and there's a whole lot of negative energy, it messes up the balance. Bad things start happening to you. You know, is Amy, I can't remember her last name off the top of my head. She's a medium, and she had a TV show where she and a retired New York detective would both take a case, and separately they would investigate it, her with her abilities and him doing background research and that sort of thing. And at the end they would come together. Dead Files. Thank you, Beth Cat. Dead Files, Shannon. Yes. I really liked that show. Anyway, so she's gone to a whole lot of haunted places. Really badly haunted places. And she even said at some point during the show, she said, people who do what I do, who really go out there all the time, they notoriously don't live as long as other people. It's just because you're around all that negative energy all the time. And we know, even if you've been in bad relationships or whatever, that negative energy, whew, it'll just suck the life out of you. So, oh, somebody sharpened his little claws. Yes. Oh, does it feel good? Does that feel good? Had a little something to eat. Come here, sweetheart. Come here, precious. We could use some good kitty energy because you are the good kitty. Oh, there's a boo boo. There is a good boy. Oh, you are a good boy. Yes, he is the precious. You doing okay? Had a little nap. Had a little snack. Doll. You are the good boy. Oh, he's precious. Oh, a little bit of purring. Amy Allen, that was it. She was great. Yeah, we've gone to some nasty places. And now we have good kitty energy. Yes. Veronica says, how do you get away from negative energy? You come here with friends. Yeah. No. Needs a little, looks like a little brown heart on his face. I know it's not, but it looks like it a little bit. I don't know if you can hear him purring. It's very cute. Precious. Oh, making biscuits. Who wants biscuits? Joy. Can you hear him purring? Dave says, already an empath. Don't need to hunt for negativity. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Kimchi. There's a Bailey Boo. His energy is so lovely. He and his brother have such lovely energy. So I'm just going to share. Oh, see, we're going to wash our face. Yes, we're going to wash away all that nasty energy. Yes. All right. All right. So as he's bathing, that's going to do it for me for today. But I've got a couple of other questions I'll roll over to tomorrow. And just put your questions in the chat before I come on, please. Oh, happy birthday, Amanda. I may listen to your Nazi Ferratu song to bring up the vibe. Oh, thank you. All right. Oh, the energy is so much better. Oh my gosh, I think it's like fresh air. Oh, so much better. So much better. Such good energy. All right. Happy birthday. Sarah says you should check Messenger. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, you are depressed. Governor Greg Abbott says emails with Elon Musk are too intimate and embarrassing to make public. It's okay. It'll keep to tomorrow. Okay. He doesn't want to reveal months of communications with Elon Musk or representatives, arguing in part they are of a private nature, not of public interest, and potentially embarrassing. Yeah, we'll definitely look at that tomorrow. Okay. All right. Thank you. At 3, it's 1:19 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, we'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. So you're always welcome. All right. Please remember you're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. There are. So be well. Happy birthday, Amanda. All right. And take care. All right. I'll see you later. All right. Ooh, he's really cleaning.